Alright, I'm headed out to dig a watering pond today. It's a nice cool morning, probably around 50 degrees. This is going to be a cost share program. $500 cost share you get for digging watering ponds to specs. So I'm going to put this on one of my newly cleared food plots. Should really add to that food plot. I like to do them anyways, but the cost share is just a bonus. A lot of people have given me guff over the years, like, oh, you're going to spread EHD and that. Well, obviously, that science is not for sure. You got state governments like Missouri that actually pay you to add watering sources. Improves wildlife for all kinds of stuff, for bats, amphibians, of course, mammals. So, we're going to go out and dig us a watering hole on a ridge top, see what kind of rock we can find. Let's head into the woods. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to skim the top, the better dirt off, if you will, to get to the clay. Alright, so if you could visualize the pond dam, it's going to be right here on the edge of the woods, if you will. So there's a couple cedar trees that need to go. So we'll yank them and keep moving on, skimming the top. What's, quote, like the better dirt. You want to get down to cleaner clay. Alright, so you can see here, we're starting to get a little moisture here. You don't have to build a core trench in these, but it ain't going to hurt it. I try to build a core trench wherever I can, just to help seal it. It basically just means you're pulling out all the dirt that's there, and you're making a trench down below the dam, and then you pack in good clean clay in there. It's nicer if once you get down to moist clay, well, then you pack that in there. You get rid of all this junk with all the roots in it up here. So in theory, the pond dam will be over top of this trench we're digging right here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and work on this core trench for a while, and then we'll check back in. Alright, so now I am turning the corner of the dam because the hill goes, two different directions. Everything on this back side, that's going to be the back of the dam, and I'll blend it in with hopefully I could find some decent clay. You can see that the moisture down there, that's good. That's definitely good enough to compact with. I'm starting to hit a little bit of rocks, so as long as I don't get down to the rock layer, I think I'll be all right. But once you get down to where you got like a rock shelf, sandstone, you could break through there then. So this is the turn in the pond dam. I don't want to make it too steep of a turn because I like to grade over the top of it. Supposed to close on Illinois today, finally. Here we are, October 3rd. Wow. Fingers crossed that's going to actually happen. So this is going to be your deepest area. So you want the pond dam, you know, wider there. They ask for a 3-to-1 slope minimum, which usually you shoot for 3-to-1 on the inside. Preferably, like for a pond, you do a 4-to-1 on the outside so you could mow it. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to go for this core trench. Probably not very deep, just because we're on a rock shelf. I hate to break through. You can see here all these roots and stuff. That's what I'm trying to get rid of in the core trench. So you get water leaking through that. Now it's looking a little rockier here, which I don't necessarily like. It's going to be a little bit of a horseshoe shape here to maximize the water collection with this drain, or with this hillside. Alright, so we'll finish up this core trench and move on. Alright, so now I'm going back. I'm inside of the core trench, and I got decent enough dirt, so I'm loosening this up in here so I can compact it a little bit and get it pushed down. And if there's any bigger rocks or roots, I'm throwing them out to the back side of the dam. And then where I'm cutting over here on the left is where the water is going to be. Right up in this area, kind of straight line. So this is where we got to dig this all out. And if I hit decent dirt, I'll put it in this core trench. Hopefully I will. Where I start getting up this hill a little bit, I got to dig it out, you know, 5-6 feet deep in some areas. You know, like, I mean, that ain't bad dirt, except for them 2 rocks. It's really hard digging here, man. I hit a lot of oak roots here from this tree to our left. I had to pull all them out of the way. I got a rock stuck in there somewhere on the bottom. So it's slow going, but this might be a couple 2-3 day project, depending if I got to bring the tractor back to move some dirt. All depends on what I come across when I get up in here. So like, still a little too much roots, but hopefully I'll hit some good dirt right down here, about a foot or 2. I mean, otherwise, you know, the bigger you make that dam, the more that water has to seep through for it to leak. All right, here's a midstream look. So the crummy stuff I threw to the back of the dam, and there you can see the core trench. So now the stuff in here that's decent, I'm starting to pile on the inside of that dam. I'm going to start building that dam this way, and if it's crappy, I'm going to throw it on the back side of it. Like I said, I may need to make piles up here in all likelihood and bring the tractor out, but so be it. It's really rocky and dry. I wish we had moisture, but it is what it is. I think it'll still work. It's enough clay here that I think it'll be fine. All right, so now I got to start a rough grade on the dam itself. I like to get the excavator on top of it and then blade it downhill, which is from left to right in this case. Let's see if I can get up here without tipping myself over. Oof, easy, easy, easy. Come on now. This will help you kind of visualize how it's going to lay out. Man, it's bone dry. I wish we had some moisture for some compaction, but we got nothing. We got nothing. But hopefully it'll all swell up enough when we start hitting rains on it. I may need to come back and try to compact this dam if I can. See, right here I need more dirt, but all that dirt that I piled up on top over there and over there, I'm going to bring back here with the tractor. This is the quote good dirt here on the inside, or the better dirt. Oh geez, taking rocks. I know it's stuck in the trap. Probably rust the back here. I still think it'll work. We're gonna find out. So if I did my job right, I should get a spillway up in here. Oh. Woo! Alright. Let's take a look at it this way. Now you kind of get a better look. You need some more good dirt down in here. I'm hoping that water level, you know, I want to get it to around close to where the bucket is now. So this dam needs to come up a little more, and I need to take some more off on the inside. It's a low spot right there. Oh, come on, machine, let's go. It's as soft as sand right now. It's just, clay is as soft as sand. And my machine don't even want to move. I think I got a rock stuck in the track. Come on, Bobcat, get up here. Let's go, I ain't got all day to wait on you. So yeah, hopefully that water comes all the way, you know, out to here. So I'd like this whole thing to be underwater. This is a backup spillway right here where we're at. right, I'll get back in and keep digging and grading. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it for today, but it's progress. So I'm going to push this left wall up here. Let's do that now. Oh my gosh, this is so rough. The rocks. Now there's a tiny bit of compaction there. You can see some the tracks in them. So I mean, there's a little tiny bit of moisture, but definitely not what we need to get a good compaction. Not at all. But we're taking shape. It's taking shape a little at a time. All right, I'll keep working at it and we'll check back in.